that's dead, and I'm referring to my dead cell phone, my dead computer, that has no life, that has no ability to produce. I don't care what I do. We know it has capacity to produce, but it does not have ability to produce until it's what? Recharged. So women have to be what? Recharged. And we want to figure out how to create the message to let them know that this is a safe power center. A place where they can come, they can be recharged, they can go on and do what they need to do. And they'll see their meter. Start out full, they'll see that meter as it starts to what? Deplete. And our objective is just to make sure our power source is consistent and it's always up. It has 99.9% up rate and not a failure rate. So that when she comes again, when she looks up again, or when she gets on that phone call, that what? We're there. Why? Because we're what? The power source. To help her to recharge, to reevaluate, to re-examine, to get what she needs, to regenerate, so that she can do whatever it is that she needs to do. So you feeling it? First thing is power is influence. So we want to be power centers of influence. But this is how we become a power center of influence, is by creating an atmosphere that gives power. That makes sense? The first thing is what? Honor. We have to establish a way that a woman feels honored in this environment. Because immediately, the more you honor people, the more power they will give you. Even if you're a leader, but you honor people who are, they give back that power to you. That's why even in our marriages, as you honor each other, guess what? Your marriage, you start to say, we've got a great marriage. We're doing great. You want to give out. You're doing so well. You want to give out into another marriage. Hey, y'all need some help. I can see your power's a little bit low here. But then you've got to create an atmosphere for that person or that family or that relationship to want to plug into you. Are you consistent? Are you one of those marriages that go, you know, have you chosen to be a power source of influence? Or are you just going around, well, here go one, here, let me plug into that. Plug into where I can. We don't care, but I'm going to get you with that one too. Because you're going to see something about, it's important what you plug into and who you plug into. So number one is honor. Number two is time. So let me go back to time. The way we show honor. Remember, we're creating as a power center of influence. We have to create an atmosphere to give power. The next one is time. What do you do with your time? What happens in the time that we're going to set aside to empower others? So it just can't just be, okay, let's just kind of do this. It has to be strategic. It has to be powerful. It has to be significant in order to give power to that someone. But it must remain consistent. Okay? So, number three, presence. Well, this is going to mess you up. It messed me up when I heard it. But I did write about it in Woman Act Now, power of presence. Because I know you've been reading it. Anyway, here we go. The power of presence. Remember, we're creating as a power center of influence a way to, an atmosphere to empower, to give back power to people. So when you think about presence, how do we lose power? We lose power when we have no time with the one we love. We're not in their presence. We're not in a place to create relationships, to bond, to physically bond. We start to what? Lose power. The way you know you lost power is you can't look at each other. Your bed space gets wider. For those who are married, maybe there's another room option. Why? Because you're starting to what? Lose power. Because presence is necessary to give power. So now are you seeing the connection? Why a power center is important. Why we're saying, hey, we need this place where we can connect. Because presence is so important in giving power. We need each other. But what's happened here this weekend, because we took the time to be in each other's presence.
Power. Yeah.
Power.
Galvanizing power. Revitalization.
We've done it. We've honored each other. We've spent time together. We've been in each other's presence. And boy, the last one's just going to wear you out. Are you seeing it, ladies?
Yeah.
So when we say ladies, if it's 2 or 3 of you, please, you have to make that connection. Okay, no matter what you do, you may not understand it right now. Okay, but we have some requirements for you in making the connection. Is that when you do, you're coming to plug in. So I know that your life is kind of crazy. I know you da-da-da-da. But these women will rise up. Because they have been looking for this power source. So when you think about it, we're going to honor, we're going to create time, then we're going to have presence. So we're what? Making that connection. And not that it has to be all of us. It can be 1, 2, 3. I mean, we've got to gather these women to help them what? Make the connection to be in each other's presence. To be fully present, though. Girl, I got to go over to this thing.
Conscious.
Am I fully present? Things are happening in all of our lives right now, but we are here and we are present. I can't do anything about it. I can't help my husband. He's in a place. If his flight is late, he's going to have to deal with it what? Himself, because I'm fully present here. You know? Daryl's getting a new puppy today. I can't help her with that until I'm done, because I'm what? Fully present. That's my new grandbaby. My grandbaby coming over. We don't know what we're going to call him yet. You see what I'm saying? Y'all know him, my grandbaby. Come here, Granny. I have to make my own way. Why? Because it's a source of what? Power. It's a way I love. You know, and I love everything deeply, so they're going to get it all too. Don't pretend like you know I don't love the dog. I love the dog, and I don't even know the dog yet, because he's just going to be a part of the family. So when you think about that, when you think about that power source and that presence, that's an important part of what we do. The final 4. And we're going to keep it simple, but it's so powerful. Keeping it simple is the power of attitude. Are you starting to see it, ladies? Now think about it. As a power center of influence, we're creating what? An atmosphere of power, of giving power. All of these things influence power. So when we think about attitude, we're going to have to teach women about the brand new attitude. It's how you see a thing that determines your attitude towards a thing. But if I can shift your thought or your belief for just a second, and if I can get you to change the way you see it, I will help you change your attitude. Because here's the problem. Most of us don't like other people because of what? Attitudes. Attitudes manifest in words. Words of negativity, words of envy, words of jealousy, words of dishonor. Now we violate, you know, if we violate one part of our system, we've messed up already. So we're going to have to teach women how to treat each other. How many of you sensed anyone with an attitude this weekend? You know the attitudes I'm talking about. You know her when you see her, don't you? You be like, Come here, baby, let me have a little. Because you know the attitude I'm talking